I'm doing a countdown because we are
We are live.
Hi.
Hello.
yes. I am
Wonderful.
this episode is about gratitude, gratefulness, thankfulness, and it doesn't necessarily have to be about carnivore, but it can be about how you are thinking in regards to carnivore. So, Laura, is it Laura? Take it
Yep.
away.
All right. So for today, for me, for gratitude, I think that I am very grateful for being a nurse and being able to work in people's homes where I have some autonomy and I can't go against doctor's orders, but I can try to bend the arm of the doctor a little sometimes. And they do, after they've worked with me for a few years, they're like, yeah, you got this. So I'm very grateful that I get to do that with my patients. So that's what I'm grateful for today.
And you are?
And I am healthy carnivore.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Laura.
Yep.
I'm Robin Heron, your carnivorous grandma here. Oh my gosh, so many things that I'm grateful for today. If I could try to narrow it down, I guess first of all, I want to say I'm thankful for God and thankful for Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. And thankful for, I am thankful for the carnivore lifestyle. There's been certain things in my life that have been total game changers. Finding the Lord was one of them. This is also one of them. It's totally changed my outlook, changed my perspective, and really changed my life. I would not have thought that I would be out here doing what I'm doing today on YouTube, where I'm advocating for this way of eating, but it's a game changer. So I'm super grateful for the carnivore way of life. How about you, Rhonda?
Praise God, Robin. That's wonderful. Well, first, I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up in our live stream today. I'm very grateful for your support. And I'm also grateful because I've been praying about becoming debt free. So, a new job opportunity opened up for me. So, I believing that I will be debt free at the end of 2024.
Nice. Yes.
So I
Congrats.
am your co-host Rhonda at Carnivore Leo.
Perfect. I am G Brown, the lifestyle changer. I am your co-host. We are down one tonight. She's not feeling well, but we're going to have this show of gratitude. I am so grateful for this community, how they receive you, how they help you. I feel like I got my own private nurse. I got my own private
IT.
wait a minute. No, wait. I almost want to call Robin the counselor for me. And I'm thankful. I look for you guys. I look for Renee. I look for Pursuit of Bliss. I look for Jasmine.
Kathy Perez.
Yeah, I know. I look for you guys. I actually went and say, wait a minute, I didn't see you on the last show. This community is growing, but right now it is still for us, it's manageable. And so we can tell when we are missing someone or missing something. And a heart of gratitude this week. I'll talk more about it later, but I fasted, and this was me. That was me right there, and it was the community. It was you ladies that you guys lift, and I know that there are people praying for me because I'm here and I feel it. And I say it again, I'm your co-host, G Brown. All right, the next thing I'm gonna go right over. Each one of us is going to share something that we're thankful for on our carnivore journey. And I will start by saying I'm thankful for knowledge, baby. That this knowledge that we have, this where you can, something is going on, you feel more control of your health, you feel more control of your life because if something is going on, one of the first things we think of, what did I eat? Did I eat out? Did I do this? Did I drink something? Oh, you know what? That's the first thing. You feel like you can doctor yourself. And then I'm thankful for castor oil.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And if you guys go back and look at other shows, you normally see me in a pair of glasses. Well, how about the glasses is not working right now? I'm like, what is doing this right here? Why am I seeing better without the glasses? So I really haven't been wearing my glasses, and 90% of them, and I some of you do not judge me, but I have over 50 pair of glasses.
Wow.
I do. Some people do it with the shoes. Some people do it with handbags. Mine was glasses. And if you notice, a lot of times on shows, I will have on different glasses. And I got some favorites, but you will see them. And they range from a whole lot. I am not kidding. So I am thankful for that. Go ahead, Robin. What you got? What you got?
So you actually mentioned it a little bit ago about the community, the carnivore community. You guys are absolutely incredible and amazing. I'm finding, as G was saying, that you going on? You all right over there?
Yeah. So, you know what? I was looking. I saw you.
She was on the ship again.
Wait a minute. I know. I saw your private message, and it wasn't thinking that if I moved the computer, the whole thing.
That girl needs a ribeye.
Look, I just came. I know. I need to eat a steak. Oh my gosh.
Yes. That's hilarious. Okay. But anyway, as I was saying, everybody that I have met has been so awesome. There's so much generosity in the community. If I think about all the people, particularly, we have all these great physicians that are spending their time. They're not charging. I was thinking about this last week. I've met with about 4 doctors so far. None of them has charged me a dime to come on my channel and spend an hour and just talk about carnivore and the benefits that it has. The carnivore community is so generous. And I know Renee is probably like, don't say it again. But Renee, who bought my tickets, who does that? In that show that we were on when she did that, there were so many generous people that were coming out and buying tickets to make sure that someone could go to the carnivore meetup in Chicago for the Healing Humanity with a Proper Human Diet movie. And that is it's just a testament to the generosity that I'm seeing in the community. Just that you guys are here. You have options. There's so many options for what you could be doing tonight, but you're generous with your time and you're here to support us. And we appreciate that so very much. So that community is it's the key thing. It keeps people going. I know I saw that Lynn was going to be meeting with a new carnivore, small YouTuber, and they're actually going live tonight as well. But she was just requesting people to come out and support this young lady that's starting a new channel. And I know that the carnivore community will come out. We're here for it. We're going to subscribe to everybody's channel. We're going to try to watch everybody's videos. We're going to, try to support people. I know she's becoming a life coach so that she can help people with those first 30 days. Generosity. It's just so incredible. And I just love this community and I appreciate every single person. Okay, so on to Laura.
All right. So I'm thankful that I found this lifestyle and I was able to implement it over 4 years ago. It has pushed me, kind of like G said, it pushed me to really learn my cues. It pushed me to go beyond what I knew, what I'd been taught. Even with being keto for 28 years, there still was all those keto treats and stupid stuff that you just spent so much time on. And it was hard for me because I'm somebody who likes to fill every minute of my day with something. Like I don't like to be stagnant. And so I was like, oh, I don't even have to think about what I'm gonna make tonight or tomorrow or the next meal. It was so easy. And I was like, oh, so that's actually when, and I know I'm a grandma, but that's when I got back into crocheting lap blankets for the nursing home, which is kind of
Wow.
enjoyable. I mean, it relaxes you, but it's keeping you busy. You know, I might, like last night, I was watching some football and crocheting, but it just gives me something to do. A positive impact that this has had on myself and my family is so thankful is my poor children growing up. Of course, I was keto that whole time. Every 2 hours, I would start to get snarky, hangry, needed something. I just was like, it was like your next fix. It was like, I need this next thing. Like, I need a keto treat or a fat bomb or something out of the freezer that was sweet, tasted just like the regular food. I don't have that anymore. I'm on an even keel, all the time. I did a fast, a 24-hour fast yesterday to today. And of course, that's pretty easy compared to, a 5-day fast. Um, but I just listened to my body. And it was like, now you know what to listen to. If you start to get a cold, I was starting to get a sinus infection. So I did my little holistic stuff that I do and did the nasal spray with xylitol in it, which is a sugar alcohol, and it fakes out the bacteria. They think it's a sugar, a food source, and they go to it and they die. And so I did that, and I know it's
Freaking out.
crazy, but it does work. And so I did that, and I just decided to fast because I knew that I needed that to get rid of those cells. So I did that, and today I was like, hey, I feel 100% today, and was able to go. I mean, I wasn't going to miss work because I wasn't contagious anyway, but still, I went to work. It was in a chipper mood, let's put it that way. So that's kind of how this lifestyle has done for me. What about you, Rhonda?
Oh, well, I'm so thankful and grateful that I found carnivore before having any major health issues. So that's, some people, wait till they have massive issues before they start. So I'm thankful. I wish I had found it sooner, but I'm thankful found it when I did. And, since implementing carnivore, I also began to express gratitude for the many things that I had instead of focusing on the things that I didn't have. So the positive impact of gratitude on my well-being and my life with family and friends have been amazing. Prior to carnivore, I used to complain about little things and was easily irritated. And when I began practicing being more positive and grateful and incorporating meditation, I noticed an improvement in my overall well-being. And so I became less anxious, less irritated, and I began to feel calm around my family and friends. And that created a peaceful atmosphere and improved my relationships with them. So I'm just very thankful and grateful for carnivore, as I think carnivore just changed my whole well-being overall. So G, what about you?
This is good. This is good because I was looking at our, we do have some topics and stuff of what we share. And this broke down some positive impacts, some unexpected blessings. You ladies here on this channel are most definitely an unexpected blessing. For those that don't know, we didn't know each other prior
Nope.
to
No.
Meaty Mondays. We really didn't. And okay, give you a quick backstory. My husband, Frederick Brown, the husband who co-hosts Hanging with the Browns with me, my husband has a PhD at YouTube University. I always tell him that because everything, well, let's check YouTube. Want to get this? Well, let's check YouTube, see the reviews, da da da. And so when we came across the carnivore lifestyle and it was making such a dramatic, we started this, well, he started this because of his health. If you go to the channel, you'll see where my husband a year ago was on a walker, and now he's He can sprint, run, the whole 9 yards. And I joined him 2 days later. I had no idea because I've had two neurosurgeons to tell me about back surgery. Yeah, there's absolutely, my back is fine. I have not had a back pain. I have not, just absolutely nothing. And so God placed on my heart, well, the fourth one is not here right now. Let's hope she feels better, but we told her to eat a steak.
And fat.
There you go, and some fat. She'll be okay. Laid these ladies on my heart, and I didn't know them. I reached out. Now imagine someone reaching out to you saying, "Hey, you want to do a show?" And you all can talk about how is that for you? And it's like, you're real sisters. I can't just talk about the gratitude as much. And we're going to lose one for a brief period of time, because in order for Rhonda to become debt free, she gonna hang out with Apple for a while.
Yeah.
And so and we understand that, because not only do you want your health to be okay, we don't want you with perfect health and then you end up in debt. So
Yep.
let's knock the health out, let's knock the debt out, let's do these things. And then she said, well, you guys can replace me. And I
Nope.
came back and said, but that's not what God said. And so, yeah, I'm not replacing you, because that's not what he said. Unexpected blessings for me are those things that just come out of nowhere. And that's what this show was. It just came out of nowhere. We're here holding it together. I see you all every Monday. I look forward to it. And it's been remarkable. It really has. And hopefully we can reach some of you to join this, not the panel, but the lifestyle. I'm not grateful for the information that they're feeding us. I'm not grateful for the food that they're pushing on us. I'm not grateful for those things, because it made me sick. It might not have made you sick. It might not.
But it will.
It made my husband and I sick. So maybe you like getting up, walking like an old lady until your body kind of stands up and do. You might enjoy your feet and ankles swelling. You might enjoy the blemishes and the eczema. You might enjoy that, and it's okay. You might enjoy the hair loss. You might enjoy the bleeding gums. It's it's okay. You might enjoy the high blood pressure. You might enjoy about gratitude. So you're grateful for those things. You're grateful that your clothes from last month to this month is a little tighter due to the holiday. It's okay if that's what you like. For us, there's a change. I'm grateful that I woke up 140 pounds. I am grateful that, baby, yes.
That's wonderful.
Grateful that there's no meds. Every now and then I will take a bear. I know I need to drink more water and all that other stuff. Sometimes just pop one bear and drink the water and say, okay, Lord, I'm gonna do better. That's about it. So yeah, but my gratitude is phenomenal. And this is the last thing, okay? On my personal growth, I have grown. I finished class. You guys could go to gbrown.com, GIEBROWN.com. Check out my new website. I have on there about coaching. I have on there about YouTube and everything. It's very simple. I didn't do a lot. It can click you over to other places. So I'm grateful that I completed that. I'm grateful that I completed class, and the gratitude can go on and on and on. So who's next?
I have to say, wait a second.
Go ahead. Let's keep
Because
talking.
I started a website.
Okay.
I have to put it out here. It's
Yeah.
called Carnivorous Grandma, and I'm just starting out with it. It's pretty basic right now, but if you want to check it out, you can feel free to do so.
There you go. Type it into the comments so they can see it. And if nothing else,
Cool.
I say, because some of you guys are like family and friends to us anyway, go ahead, take a look at it and say, hey, I didn't understand this, or hey, you left this off, or hey, you misspelled that. You guys are family for us. So go check it out and see, just, it is what it is. And figure that thing out. So that personal growth, yeah, I'm growing, guys. I'm growing. And wait, I'm growing and getting smaller.
At the same time.
Yeah. So go ahead. Who's next? Who's next? Is it
Robin.
I think
I'm
Robin.
next. No, I think Rhonda's next.
Yes. No, it's you about discussing the positive impacts and expected blessings and personal growth.
Yeah, I just finished that. I just told you all the things. So
Yeah,
Robin,
so Rob is next.
yeah, Robin. So Robin, let me ask you, give me some positive impact. Let's do it like an interview, girl. You my sister, I got you. Give me some positive impacts of no, I'm not gonna say the carnivore diet, but from class and what you're learning, and then some unexpected. See, that's the key word, unexpected blessing, not the stuff that you just kind of look for. Because I have to interrupt right here. So the red car, I might mess this story up, but hopefully you guys get it. I watched this and it just really blew me away. This lady, she asked this guy, have you heard about the red car experiment? And he was like, no. And she asked him, how many red cars did you see coming here? And he's like, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. She said, but if I said to you, you would receive $100 for every red car, what would you then start doing? You start looking for red cars, right? So I'm saying to you, look for the blessings. Because see, the blessings are there. You missed it because you wasn't looking. But if you start looking, them unexpected and expected blessings will be out there, and they'll be your red cars. Go ahead.
All right. So positive impact. So as G just mentioned, I did take the same class that she took, and I received my certification in nutrition and health promotion. And when I took that class, I realized what is being taught and why people are so afraid of red meat and fat. It's because this is what everybody is being taught. If you go for nutrition education, anybody who has had any nutrition education is being taught the same thing, that red meat is bad for you. Don't eat too much of it. And also saturated fat is bad for you. Well, this is actually not true. And I'm thankful that I knew this going into the class, because if I didn't know it, then I would have been taking everything that I learned in that class and believing that. So one of the things that Dr. Kiltz said to me is that you have to question everything. So if one thing that's being taught is incorrect, can you take anything that's being taught as being the gospel truth?
Not anymore.
Beside the gospel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm appreciative for that experience. I'm appreciative to have that certification. And also that I went into it with a knowledge already that helped me to filter the information that I was getting. There was a lot of good information in the class, but my concern is how much of it can I actually trust? Because they're talking about this one thing that I know is incorrect. So question everything. You know what I mean? Do your own research and figure out. Unexpected blessings. I do want to mention this just related to the carnivore diet because it was so unexpected for me and I had not heard anybody mention this. And that is that my seasonal allergies cleared up almost to nothing this year. So I've had seasonal allergies all of my life, ever since I was a little kid, since I was a baby. And every season. So I'm allergic to things in every single season. You know, in the wintertime when everybody else is good, I'm still sneezing and coughing and itchy eyes and all of that stuff from mold. So this year I started carnivore in February. And this year, in the spring, I noticed, oh my gosh, I'm not having allergies. Everybody else around me was itching and noses running and all of the things that goes along with allergies. And I was not. And I thought, that's interesting. And I came up with this hypothesis that carnivores don't have seasonal allergies. In the fall, when fall came around, so every season change, I should be having something happening, and I'm not. And the fall came around. I think over the course of the fall, I may have had to take an allergy pill twice. Now, this is from a person who took allergy pills once or twice a day for years and years and years and years. For probably 35 years, I took allergy pills once or twice a day for every single day. And now I'm down to taking 1 or 2 allergy pills throughout the course of this time that I have been on carnivore. It's actually so unexpected. And I really didn't hear anybody before I started carnivore. I never heard anybody say, oh, one of the side effects or one of the benefits that you could possibly get from carnivore is the elimination of seasonal allergies. But I mean, for me to go all this time without having to take allergy pills is actually pretty incredible. So that was an absolute unexpected blessing. I did grow through this year. I mean, I feel like I'm doing some things with my YouTube channel. I'm getting better at that. And I want to continue to strive to get better at my YouTube channel and, bringing value, making sure that you guys are getting content that you can use and that you're interested in seeing. So that's definitely an area of growth. And I did grow last year, but I want to continue to grow in 2024. So sorry, I didn't know I was next, but I know that Laura's next now.
Yes. So I would say an aspect of my carnivore journey is to be able to show and help others. I've always been that personality, and I'd say most of us, if we're doing this, had that kind of a personality where you always kind of was for the underdog and to help somebody out if they needed it. But I get to do that, like I said earlier, I get to do that with my patients. This is the oddest thing. I have a landline still, which I know is like 1980, but I have it and it's hooked up to like a message machine, and we never look at it, and we walked past and I was like, oh, we got a message. So I listened to it, and it is a GI doctor from Hannibal, Missouri, which is about 65 miles from here or so, just into Missouri. And he was like, somebody gave me your name and your number, and I just wanted to reach out to you. I'll be on vacation next week. Well, it didn't tell me the day or time. It didn't say like what day of the week, and since I hadn't checked it in forever. So I called the number last week, and of course there was a receptionist, and she says, well, what's your name and birthday? And I said, no, I'm not a patient. I don't have any GI issues. I'm a carnivore. And she goes, you're a whativore? And I said, I'm a carnivore. I don't have any GI issues. I've been doing it for 4 years. And she goes, is that where you eat fat? And I said, yes, that's where I eat fat. And she goes, well, what are you calling here for? So I told her, and she says, oh, that's really weird. I don't know why, because, he's off. And she says, when was it? I said, I have no idea. So she went into his office and actually went through his phone and saw that it was before Thanksgiving that he had called. So he's out of the country. But she said, I'll tell him when he gets back in the country and he can give you a call. And so I know it has to be with that. I've never had one of his patients, nothing like that. So, and how he even got my home phone number is what's so odd, because nobody keeps a phone book anymore. And I'm not even listed in the phone book. This was my husband's house and stuff many years, 20 years before I got here. So it'd be under his name anyway. So I was like, that's kind of sketchy. But it took me a little while to call. I was like, I don't know about that. But it's just kind of neat. I think it's going to have something to do with carnivore. And so that's kind of awesome to have reached somebody that I wasn't even trying to.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys an update when I find out what that is. A positive impact is not only for those around me, but it is just that really learning your own body. I think as females, you kind of know your body better at a pretty young age than I think boys do. So I think we kind of have that advantage. But you get so muddled down with the fake foods and all the junk and the advertising. You know, it is subliminal. Like I just
Mhm.
turn it off or mute it anymore. I can't even stand it. Um, but I think that is something that I've learned to be able to kind of just get away from it. And the other thing that I think has been really impactful for me is learning to look at food as fuel, like I do for gas for my car. It's no longer do I ever look at it and think, oh, we're going to go to a party. I've got to make this. Now, do I make stuff to go to places? Yeah, I'll make stuff for them if they want. Um, I always tell them, oh, do you know how many carbs this has? Da, 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 da. You know, I'm like beep, 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 in the background, and they're like, yes, we know. But I do feel like just knowing that what you put in your body is, which is just common sense. If you get back to it and you think, of course, what you put in your body, it has to break down and put someplace or use it as fuel. And how to think that man-made, lab-created, factory-produced stuff is going to ever be better than what God created and put on the earth. It's just not so. So that's kind of been for me what I kind of found. So what about you, Rhonda?
Well said, Laura.
Okay.
So, I was, as Robin was talking about her allergies, I realized at that moment that my unexpected blessings was that I have not been sick at all since I started carnivore. That is unheard of for me because every year I would get sick with something, cold, flu, or something. No, I have not been sick at all. So I'm very thankful and grateful for that. But the specific moment of my carnivore journey that I'm most grateful for is when I went to Kaiser for a physical 3 months into my carnivore journey, and my blood pressure registered within the normal range. I felt like jumping for joy. So
Yes.
that's just so impactful
Yeah.
for me. So with that said, um, we're going to give you the carnivore news that we can use.
Yay!
Okay.
Oh, wait, 'cause this is her last news that we can use.
Oh.
Come on, girl, hit us with it. I love this part.
I know I'm sorry, what did you say, G?
This is our
Oh.
favorite segment.
Oh, thank you. So last week I did mention that I was going to talk about the new carnivore app. So on New Year's Eve, Rena with 5 Minute Body announced in a community post that she was kicking off World Carnivore Month with the world's first free carnivore app. So Rena and her partner designed the app, and it's called Go Carnivore. Rena stated that the app is compatible with Android, iPhones, and all phones. So currently, Go Carnivore is invitation only. So if you're interested in joining the wait list, please go to www.gocarnivore.com. I will post that link in the chat, and after the live stream, I will post it in the show notes. So the features that the Go Carnivore app has is a carnivore event calendar where you can join carnivore events to learn from doctors and coaches. It also features a carnivore meal planner that showcases delicious carnivore recipes tailored for your health goal with macros. You have access to the carnivore community where you can share your progress, ask questions, and make friends in their free chat. And it also offers carnivore courses where you can learn A to Z of carnivore. And it contains carnivore tools such as a weight tracker, an ideal body weight calculator, and more. And recently, Rena posted that she will also add a fasting tracker to the app.
Nice.
And the app also features carnivore challenges that are easy to follow to live a healthier lifestyle. So once you go to the website, gocarnivore.com, it will prompt you to enter your name and email address. So after you enter that information, a pop-up dialog box will appear that states, quote, "Thank you, we got your email and will contact you in the following days. Currently, Go Carnivore is invitation only," end quote. So once you're on the waiting list, you should receive your login link in a few days afterward. I received my login link 7 days after I signed up. So after I logged in, downloaded the app, and created my profile, I found that all of the features are not free. So what you do get for free are access to the carnivore community. So you can share, ask questions, learn, and make friends. And I did ask a few questions in the chat, and I noticed that Rena and her moderators did respond fairly quickly. So I did like that. The other free feature is the weight tracker and BMI tracker. So that shows the calories and the protein amounts that's needed to get to and maintain your ideal target weight. And then there's also the trending carnivore videos from various carnivore doctors. And it looks like it's designed for those who are beginning carnivore. And so once you click on those videos, it takes you directly to their YouTube channels. So that's the only free things that I saw on that app. So in order to access the remaining features, you would need to upgrade to one of the premium plans. So these are the options they have right now. The options are a 12-month plan for $15 a month, a 6-month plan for $25 a month, a 3-month plan for $30 a month, or a month-to-month plan of $35 a month. So it looks like that the best plan to opt into is the 12-month plan because that offers the most courses and classes. So all of the premium plans, they include access to essential resources, including carnivore tools. So in addition to the free weight tracker and BMI tracker, the carnivore tools with the premium plan will have the carnivore macro tracker, ideal body weight calculator, and lean body mass calculator, and then hopefully the fasting tracking app as well. And so the premium plans also include customized recipes. So without the membership, you can only see the basic carnivore recipes. So the premium plans also, they offer online courses and a free ticket to all carnivore events, live classes, meetings, and conferences hosted by carnivore doctors, nutritionists, and experts. So the reason everything is not free is because the small monthly fee helps maintain servers, create new features and courses, and ensure positive community experiences with dedicated moderators as the world's first carnivore app. But I do want to add that that I searched the App Store on my iPhone, and I found another carnivore app that Coach Stephen Thomas developed called the Carnivore Experience. And I believe Stephen is out of the UK. He has some free videos and classes on there as well, but to unlock most of the courses, you also need to upgrade to one of his membership plans. So I don't know if the Carnivore Experience is compatible with all phones, but the Go Carnivore app is compatible with all phones. So again, if this app is something you're interested in checking out, please go to the website, gocarnivore.com. And so that concludes what I have for carnivore news we can use. And now I will hand it over to Robin.
Oh, okay.
And I did put the website in the chat, so I don't know if you saw it. I did add it.
I did.
Okay.
Can I add something real quick?
Yes, please.
Mhm.
Just for anybody out there, that can't afford to download, an app that's going to cost them anything, there is a free app when it comes to fasting called Zero. And I think they do have one you can purchase also, but I used the Zero for the last 5 years when I was doing the last year of keto and then started carnivore. And just use that. And it was very
Can you
nice.
help me understand what do you you're fasting. So
Okay.
yeah,
So like, you're competitive, G. So you're competing against yourself. So what it does is it comes up and it says this, you started it, let's say at 7 p.m. By the time you get up at 7 a.m., you're like, whoo, I am 12 hours into this. I'm kicking butt and taking names. And then it just kind of gives you something to look at. And you're like, man, I'm already that far. And that's how I felt every time I'd look at it. I didn't look at it like every 4 minutes and go, oh my God, I'm only at 4 hours. I'm starving. Where before I had that to kind of look at that, and I don't even use it anymore because I fast when I feel like I need to, but I used it a lot and it just was kind of competing with myself. I know I know I didn't even get to put mine on
I
because
know
by the
you just
time I
came
got
in, but
home,
you just so happened to ask what's on our shirts. Keep going, keep going. We just
yeah,
asked our question.
but I do think it's helpful. I think it gives you something to look at and it shows you how many other people. It'll say, the last time I used it, it was like there were 72,000 other people fasting at the same time. It's like, hey, we got this, even if you're not in contact. Now, of course, I did have some people I was in contact with and said, I have fasted a ton. It's simple for me now. It wasn't simple for me in the beginning. And so anytime I would have somebody that was like, I really need to fast, but I don't know if I can do it. And I was like, hey, I'll be your cheerleader. Let's go.
Yes,
And then
yes.
and we'd stay in contact. But then also I was like,
But one of the nice things about this is that it allows you to join circles of people that or
oh,
groups. You can join a group, and when you're fasting, you can post comments in there. You can comment on other people's
yeah,
fasts and things like that. So that's a pretty cool app. I just joined that at the beginning of the year when I was starting my 5-day fast. And I was joining it with a few other carnivores out here in the space, like Limitless Lindy and Carnivore Cure, Todd Bachnes, and a few others that are in here. So it's really nice. This app is very cool because it tells you like different milestones within your fasting. So it'll tell you when you get into ketosis,
yep,
when you're in heavy ketosis, when you're in autophagy. I mean, it tells you a lot of different things. I was fasting
Now
so long that I got to see a whole bunch of
Sounds
different
good.
milestones on my
That sounds
circle.
good.
If it's telling
Yes.
me that, because other than
Yes.
that, look, I'm looking
Yeah,
at
Zero does too.
30
Mhm.
again
I used to
tomorrow.
use
There we
Zero
go.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
like this one because of the community piece of it that it has.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
sounds good.
That's really awesome.
Well,
I
within
want
the
to
first
add.
couple of days, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to hear it. I'm like, no.
She was like, just give me some salt and Frederick needs to fan me. You look like you
Okay.
was like,
Hey,
ugh.
we have a question from Jasmine. She wants to know, do any of us or someone in the comments use the body composition scale? If so, how do you like it?
Yes. I have a scale. It's called the core scale. And I know, Rhonda, you have a comment that you want to make. So,
Okay.
but I love the core scale. Actually, it's so awesome. But after a certain amount of time, it said, if you want to keep using me, you got to pay $20 a month. So I
Shut
went
up.
in the closet,
Yeah.
Yep.
got out my old scale, which is like I don't know, it does do some body composition stuff. But I really liked that core scale, but I'm not willing to pay $20 a month for it.
No.
All
That's
right,
a
here's
lot.
another question because y'all look, shut the front door and slam the back. So FR Humphrey wants to know, how do you incorporate fasting?
Hi,
Plan.
Felicia.
You need to plan. I would say planning is the number one thing. I would, I make up so much meat at one time. I may make a brisket and 3 ribeye. I just have a lot of that. So I would be like, hey, I'm going to fast this next week. I will get done with all of that. And then the last day or the first day that I'm fasting is when I make bone broth. And I get that made up, get it jarred, get it in the fridge so that if I do a 2 or 3 day fast, I break it with a steak. It doesn't bother me anymore. But in the beginning, I had to do like eggs or broth because boy, if I did steak, it was like I didn't have that steak very long.
Did you
um,
have diarrhea?
Oh, it went straight through me. Absolutely. Yep. I was like, well, my mom be proud. I must have chewed 100 times. But I just think if you plan ahead, and the first couple times, of course, I didn't have an app the first few times. I really did take notes of how I felt. How did I feel day one? Was I tired? Did I have, oh my gosh, the first time I had the worst ketone breath. I was like, am I diabetic all of a sudden? Because it smelled like wine, kind of like a diabetic if their blood sugar is too high. And it was because I was just getting those impurities out. And so paying attention to that, I also have Jason Fung's book on fasting. And so I had read that and had that right there as to kind of what to watch for and what to pay attention to. Um, and to know why you want to fast. Some people want to fast to break a plateau, and a lot of times it will do that. Some people want to fast, like I was getting a sinus infection, it was going into my ear, and I wanted to prevent that. I haven't been on an antibiotic in over 3 years. And I'm an asthmatic who every year had strep throat 2, 3, 4 times, especially during the masking craziness. Um, and I don't have that anymore. So if I start to feel like I'm getting down on, then that's something I implement. And I think, like Robin, you're doing that with your church. And I think that's another, great thing to do with fasting. Plus, you've got to like hands up ahead of all of those guys because you've been doing it. So, it's a good thing they're not doing a challenge because you'd be winning for sure.
Okay, I'm raising my hand because Frederick just sent me a message and said I cut Rhonda off. So nobody say anything. It's Rhonda's turn. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was
No.
only going to add. I was only going to add to what Laura said when you mentioned about the Zero app, right, Laura? For the
Yeah.
fasting, I was only going to add that I did see another app on my iPhone. I don't know if it's on any other phones, and it's called Fasting and Carnivore Diet. That's the name of the app. That's all I was going to add.
Wait, it's called Fasting and Carnivore Diet?
That's the exact name of it. I didn't
Wow.
download it, but I did see
Huh.
that on there. And I think it's free. These apps on iPhone are free. So
Mhm.
just download it.
Once you get it, sound like once you get it, then all of a sudden they're like, no, you need to pay this. But okay, let me just say, YouTube for unless you're on premium is free. The doctors talk to you for free. Information comes to you for free. We cannot get upset if someone is trying to do something. It takes time to create it.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And this, you can't do it because if you did, we would be over there on your app. So for someone to turn around and do this, and to say, hey, I've created this and you can have this and this to help you, but I'm offering these things because I've spent hours and hours and days and no. So you can't be upset in regards to that. So ladies, I know last week that Rebecca had challenged us to do a vision board and the viewers as well. And then I'm encouraging this week for this entire week, even though you should live your life like this anyway, random acts of kindness. Carrie, and I don't know if you guys saw
Yes.
this, and JT,
Yes.
like
Yes.
somebody's house. I don't know how I would have responded to the people coming to my door.
That was amazing.
Yes, where they just turned around and went to cook steak. And baby, they didn't get cheap steaks. Them steaks are really thick. And
I was going to send him my address, actually.
Right.
right on over. Yeah. And so that was a true random act of kindness. And so find something to do just kindness this week, because see, this is what I noticed. This has nothing to do with carnivore. Everybody is so wonderful approaching Thanksgiving, giving away turkeys and all this other stuff, and then Christmas, giving away gifts. Is January, them same people that was in need in November and December, they're in need in January and February, and so on and so on. So find somewhere that you can do an act of kindness for someone. I know, and normally I don't talk about this, but at my daughter's salon, we have a homeless community in the back. And for, I guess, the average people, they are disturbing them, right? You know, whether it is you got a couple of dollars or anything like that. No one wants them in their store to use the restroom, but see, I'm not like that. And so I would tell them, come around to the back. Our bathroom is in the back. You want them to pee on the side of the building? And it's like, and then you want to call the cops? And so that was never me. So I would, because my daughter has a washer and dryer to wash the towels and stuff like that, I would say to them, bring me and some clothes, I'll wash, and I let them go in the bathroom. Well, I call it a whole bath. I don't know what did y'all kind of hear what I said? To wash in the sink, change clothes, and before I was carnivore, I would make bag lunches. And I had my one particular person that I dealt with, put them in charge of making sure that everybody got something to eat. So yeah, find some acts of kindness to do. And it doesn't have to be really big or anything. It can be helping an elderly person put their groceries in the car. I used and now hear this, especially those that still have their parents, but y'all know I'm talking about y'all mamas. When you see an elderly person, I call it sowing a seed. So I used to, I sometimes pay for groceries because I know they're on a fixed income.
Mhm.
I would do different things, and I would share with my husband, I can't be around my mother all the time. I'm sowing a seed in someone else's mother. So if my mother is ever in need, she'll have it. Well, lo and behold, she was on a very busy street, got a flat tire. A man pulls up, gets her out of danger, changes the tire, did everything. And she was just like, oh my God, I cannot believe he wouldn't take any money. And he was just going, and all I could do is smile and look up and say, Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you. Because I've sowed seed, because I wanted her taken care of. And so whatever your reason.
It's gonna make us cry, G.
Yeah.
No, because I'm feeling it too, because y'all know
Got it. We start crying.
The 27th of this month makes 2 years that I've been missing her. And so, but I'm just saying, do something. Do something with your life that just doesn't benefit you.
Yep.
Which takes me back to the app. The people are making an app. It benefits all of us, and it is okay to sow seed into their lives.
That's right.
When Robin decides to do what she's going to do with coaching, some of it'll be free, but some of it won't. And it is okay that you're going to pay a little something for extra. For me, I have a form for you to fill out to chart for yourself. I have menus. I have all of that. So, and that I'm giving away for free. So, yeah, that's it, guys. We can wrap this up. Let me see. Do I have anything here? I use a body composition scale. It is connected to my phone, and what's the name of this scale, Lucy?
Wow.
Everything from visceral fat to muscle mass. Lucy, what is the name of that scale? Let us know. Oh, bird bath. Soup.
Right.
Yeah, girl, stop it, because you know me. Right. Okay. What we have here. She claims because of our hormones and cycles, we should fast differently
That's
than men.
Dr. Mindy Peltz
Hmm.
is
Yep,
talking
yep.
about.
And I definitely agree. Because I know, like in the beginning, some of the people I was following when I started fasting, they were doing 7, 12, 15, 30 days. The guys were, and I was like, I did do the 7, but I did that on purpose. I did that with a reason before my surgery because I knew what I wanted to do before and after surgery. So I did that on purpose. I never wanted to do past 7 days. It just didn't feel right. And just like with you guys, you know, when you would reach out and say, "Oh, today I kind of feel like I'm on day 3 and I'm feeling like this," I always say you have to pay attention to how your body is telling you how you feel. And sometimes it's just you need a little salt under the tongue, a little more water, maybe an Epsom salts bath just to kind of get some of that magnesium in. But I have set out before, which is hard for me because I'm a OCD. I have set out before to I'm gonna do a 5-day fast, and by day 3, I was like, I can't put another foot in front of the other. Like it wasn't the right time to do the 5-day, and I was like, I don't consider that a failure. It was being smart and listening to my body. And I do think we are definitely women and men are definitely different when it comes to that. And fasting is just like any other muscle that you build up. You don't start out being great at doing 5 and 7-day fast. I think you have to start slow and small and work your way up. Although I commend you both for doing that 5-day at the beginning of the year. That's pretty amazing.
Thanks.
Well, yeah, and my goal is to fast the first week. I was able to do it this time. Y'all know the last time I fasted, I fell out the bed and
Hit your head.
yeah, and all that great stuff going on. Here's one more question, and we do wait first. We have it's on Amazon, $30. Now that ain't bad.
That ain't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much water should I be drinking? Humphrey wants to know.
It just depends. Men and women are completely different on this. So I'm not sure if that's a man or a
It's
female.
Felicia. It's a lady.
Okay. Okay. The other thing is you have to be careful of certain conditions. So if you have kidney disease or congestive heart failure, uncontrolled blood pressure, that is something you don't. It used to be said that half of your body weight in ounces is what you should be taking. I don't agree with that. I think drink when you're thirsty. Now, if you're somebody like G that doesn't get those thirst cues, you just have to make yourself like, I'm going to do at least 3 of these, like the bottle she's drinking from. I'm going to do 3 of those today. And then if you get thirsty or if you start getting a headache, you're going to know like, oh, that's probably dehydration headache. And so you just have to kind of try. The other thing is you want to look at your urine. If it is completely see-through, hardly any yellow, it's too much. You don't need that much. You also don't want it so yellow that you're like, it looks like an egg yolk. You know, you just kind of want normal, you know, lemonade. But I would just do that. But just be careful if you have any of those conditions, you want to kind of go slow until, if you're doing carnivore or ketovore, until your body heals some of those issues. And then I've had congestive heart failure patients that were allowed to do 800 cc's of water a day, which is nothing really. And now they're able to drink just like anybody else. So just got
And
to
then
heal.
Renee wants to know, is it just her or does Epsom salt dry out y'all skin?
No.
Mm,
No,
nope,
not for
didn't.
me.
Nope, not me either.
Castor oil in the water.
There you go.
Do the
That'll
Epsom
help.
salt. Yep, do the Epsom salt. And then when you're done, don't completely dry off and put the castor oil on because it's a carrier and it will push in more of that magnesium into you. You can actually make a magnesium oil by getting magnesium and mixing it into castor oil and jojoba and use that for leg cramps. I gave that to my mom who has restless leg syndrome and will not give up carbohydrates.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Well, ladies, this was a good show. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Now, remember that one of our carnivores will not be here next week, but
we're
we
gonna
will
miss
have
you,
a show.
Renee.
And next week's show, hold on, let me look, and overcoming carnivore plateaus and challenges. That'll be our topic for next week. We hope to see you all there. And thanks a lot, guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.